But it's amazing how many people can talk themselves out of something because it's not optimal.
I mean, we all wish that our bodies were optimal every time we stepped into a race. I don't know if mine was a little bit more extreme in that, it was
trauma there, isn't there?
I mean, people actively said I was stupid for doing it. I had people online messages going, actively saying, look, mate, don't be stupid. You're still young. Don't do it. You might mess yourself up for years to come. And I was like, yeah, that's the voice of reason that I really, really don't need. Please shut up now, Julian.
Stop being sensible.
You're being too sensible. But I did it, and I can do it, and I pushed myself to do it. There's moments where I wanted to stop, and the pain was quite bad, but I just got through it, and I'm sat here now so thankful that I did do it. And I think you're right. So many people just talk themselves out of it because it's just a little niggle, and they just go, "No, I don't want to push through." And don't get me wrong, there's some injuries that you definitely don't want to push through on, but everyone's got to make their own judgment call.
Welcome to the Fit Dads podcast. I'm Brad Thompson. I'm joined as always by Mr. Ryan Dutton. And change of scenery today, Ryan. We're outside.
We are.
Yeah.
We've just checked the weather as well. There's a 40% chance of rain in 45 minutes. So this could be literally a 45-minute episode.
We're going to roll the dice.
We'll roll with the dice today with this. Typical British weather, eh?
Yeah. And in terms of today, mate, your little boy is due very, very soon. So transparently for the audience, we're stockpiling, aren't we?
We are. Yeah. I mean, by the time this goes out, he could be here. Who knows? But as it stands, she's not. Is she close? I don't know. She's getting those Braxton Hicks, contractions, and the ones that come early, like the fake contractions. I think it's the body's way of saying, come on, let's fire these abdominal muscles up a little bit. Let's get them. Let's see if they actually work.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still thrilled you've agreed to call him Brad. I'm chuffed to bits.
That would be weird, wouldn't it?
That would be weird.
Really weird.
Yeah, it would be weird. That. Yeah.
Nice honorary name though.
Just saying. It's Bradlington, maybe. Yeah.
Bradlington.
Yeah. This is a middle name.
Nah,
anyway.
I'll pass.
Anyway, Ryan, first thing I've got to kick off with for you, mate, is I've actually never seen a Porsche with a roof rack.
Have you not?
No.
Well,
I've been meaning to talk to you about this.
This is the issue, right? I think when you start putting roof racks on Porsches, it's probably time to not have a Porsche, I think.
Yeah.
I think I might have mentioned it to you a couple of times, but I don't know. I think back end of the year, I'm probably going to change it, and I'm not sure what I go for next.
Are you thinking something hybrid? Because you are Mr. Hybrid, so it makes sense to get
hybrid in fitness, hybrid by car.
Yeah. Or would your family disown you? Because where I am one up, because we've got like a EV charging point at our new house.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, but we've just not used it because we've not got any.
Yeah.
Not got a car to use it for.
The cost is better, but I know obviously energy prices are going up, so I don't know if it actually makes any more sense now going electric rather than it does. I think it probably does more than diesel, whether it is more than petrol. I think it probably is. I think it's going to take a long time for it to kind of match up.
This is proper dad chat, but apparently if you charge it overnight, you can get like an off-peak rate.
That's right.
Yeah. So I've looked into this.
Have you? Okay, nice.
But I feel like my father-in-law, if he's listening, Ian, don't disown me, please, if I get an electric car. He's a proper gearhead.
Well, that's the issue. Like, that's a V6 twin turbo, like 3 litre, 400 brake, I think. And it goes, and it sounds awesome when you put it in Sport Plus mode. Going from that to something electric. Yeah, I mean, even the new Macans, they're all electric now. They don't make a petrol or an engine-based Macan anymore. It's all electric.
Is there no way?
There's something, I don't know. I remember the first time I sat in that and I drove it and I put it in Sport Plus mode and it grumbled. It made that noise. You just can't. I can't imagine buying a Porsche and it not making a sound. In my mind, that's just completely against what buying a Porsche is about, right?
There's got to be a way that whatever car you get next, say it's a Prius. It's not going to be a Prius. Say it's a Prius.
I can confirm it will not be a Prius.
How can you make a Prius sound like a Porsche?
I mean, just it would not be a Prius anymore.
It
basically.
wouldn't. No, exactly. Yeah, it's not going to happen.
I'm not sure next. Do you know what? I'm thinking really, really practical. I actually think either just based. This is purely based on the impending extra kid that is on the way.
Yeah.
So a growing family. I'm doing a lot more of these events now, triathlons, Hyroxes, up and down the country. I need something practical. It's either going to be, and my number one will be this, something like a transporter or a transit, bit like what we went to Wales in Luke Horton
Yeah.
had an awesome kitted out kitchen in the back, few seats.
yeah.
That was mega. I'd love something like that. Big bed on top where you can go and sleep. There'd be kids' bed underneath. That for me would be perfect. Save fortune on hotels as well. You just drive over, camp up. But this is the big issue. Amy said she wouldn't be seen dead. I went, but I'll drive it. You don't have to drive. Goes, no,
Oh yeah,
no,
just hide.
She goes, I wouldn't even go in the passenger seat. I wouldn't even go in the back with tinted windows. I'm not getting in that. I said, why? She goes, I'm not sure if I can say this. She goes, it's like a pedo wagon.
Well, you said it now.
I know.
That's gonna be my favourite timestamp ever. Pedo wagon.
So I said, well, what will you go for? What can we have? And she says, well, what's big and spacious but can get all your fitness bits in, like what can have your bike on there? And I was thinking more and more, and the idea of a truck came up.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how practical that'll be. I think they are quite spacious in the back, and believe it or not, they're actually not particularly spacious in the back, especially when you've got like me reclining my leg.
Yeah. I feel like cars aren't built for tall people.
No,
It's a shame that.
yeah, especially in that, like as soon as I stretch my leg, if I want to stretch my legs out, there's barely any room in the back. So I don't know, and I need some. I need something that I don't mind, like taking down dirt paths and going off road a little bit when I want to maybe go down some gravel paths in my bike, and getting some unusual spots when I do like my open water swims. And I need something that's more practical than that. It's just, it's again, I've got a roof rack on there now, and you don't see many Porsche Macans with a roof rack.
So that is a noisy helicopter. That
we've got a helicopter going over.
Yeah, look at this. There must be, as long as they're not spying.
I know.
Be all right. No, Amy sent me a link to a BMW 2 Series Active Tourer. I'm not gonna lie, mate. They look quite smart, and it's hybrid as well. So
a BMW Active Tourer.
Active Tourer, it's called. It's a 2 Series. It's all right, you know.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's all right. So
Nice. The BMWs are actually quite nice nowadays, aren't they? They're not too bad.
Yeah. So they're getting there. We'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm dying to ask you about your triathlon, mate, that you've recently completed. But before we do, do you want a dad joke?
I would love a dad joke. Hit me up. I bet you got a few. Should we do a few?
Should we do a few?
Have you got
a
a few on the cards?
I've got a few, mate.
Yeah.
Here's the first one then. Try to organise a hide and seek tournament, but good players are hard to find.
Nice.
Let's have a look. I've put them in like my saved Instagram because people just send them me now. So honestly, if anyone's like, just feel free to send them me.
Keep them rolling.
Why should you wear glasses in maths class?
I don't know.
Because it helps with division.
I like that. Nice.
I like ones that are fully Yorkshire based as well. And somebody just put you like, why are dad jokes funny? And I can't describe it. I'll tell you the one about the 2 crisp packets going down the street.
No, I don't think so.
not?
No, go on.
I pulled over, like saw him on the street. I'm like, lads, do you want a lift? He's like, nah, mate, we're walkers.
Nice.
I'll stop now. I can sense Ryan's humour fading a bit.
the waiting a little bit. You've had better ones in the past.
I have had better ones.
I quite like the dark ones, I'll be honest with you.
Do you?
Yeah, darker the better, really. But again, I don't really want to go on a parenting podcast, fitness podcast.
I once heard one online, and this little kid says, "What do you call a cow on 2 legs?" No, cow with no legs.
A cow with no legs.
Cow with no legs.
Go on.
Ground beef. And then this kid went, same bloke, what do you call a cow with 2 legs? Is your mum. And then he ran off.
That's class. That's brilliant.
Yeah, I thought
That's the kind of humour we like.
Yeah. I don't
dark,
know when
dirty,
to
bit insulted.
Yeah, I don't know when to introduce that to Ted.
Good few years, mate. I'm
Good
saying.
few years.
Yeah, you don't want to go around nursery or school telling that one.
Don't want him doing it now, do I? Mate, talk to us about your triathlon. I know you've got your Tri-Fit hat on. I don't know if that's on purpose or...
It is on purpose, absolutely, because I want to give this brand a shout out. Tri-Fit. This is a really unbelievable brand. They sent me 350 quid worth of shit for free. Yeah.
Wow.
How nuts is that? Now, I tell a lie. I have got a little bit of inroads at the company. The owner is a friend of one of my clients. Okay. But just to send... this is my first triathlon, by the way. I'm no one in the triathlon space. I put a few photos of it online, and that's it, and tagged it. And they were like, yeah, as long as you put some stuff online and share what you're wearing and do some photos and tag us in it afterwards, we'll send you some stuff. I was like, wow. And I was expecting like a hat or something, or a pair of socks. They sent me a full tri-suit, hat, socks, or not socks. They have these like... they're called, this is how into it I am now, they're called aero shin sleeves.
Aero shin sleeves.
Aero shin sleeves, and they're like little sleeves that you put over your shins, and all the kind of pros wear them. Now I'm like, how does that make you more aero? Surely just like shaving your legs. Is the hair on your legs making it that much kind of like more aerodynamic? I don't know.
Have you shaved your legs?
I refuse to shave my legs, man.
Yeah.
I did it once when I was about 21, and it felt weird. I felt like a baby, so it's why I never did it again.
I always think of Stevie G. You know, when all footballers started to shave their legs.
Did they? Stevie G did it?
So no, Stevie G didn't do it.
Okay.
But loads of the footballers around him did, and they were like, "Oh, it helps with like massage, you know, so you can just go in and like less maintenance,
I
basically.
guess
It's less
if you're
painful."
getting massaged quite a lot, which those boys are.
Yeah. Stevie G just went, "Ah, fuck that."
Yeah, I know.
Just went like a full bear.
Yeah.
But yeah.
These aero like shin sleeves, they must be so marginal, but they look cool. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. The worst part is I forgot to wear them. So obviously this is the big thing with like triathlons, right? There's 3 different disciplines. You do a swim, you do a bike, and you do a run. Now, when you do a run, I've done a few running races before. As long as you've got your bib number, as long as you've got your trainers,
Yeah, you're fine.
and you're fully clothed, you're all right. You just turn up on the day and you go. It ain't the same on a triathlon, mate. You got to have all your bike gear, which is numerous things. All your swim gear, plus like wetsuits and all the various bits you need to do open water swimming in. You know, all your running gear, you need to lay it all out perfectly in these little transition zones. The amount of stuff you have to remember. I was having like panic attacks, like driving over there going, I must have forgot something. Fortunately, I was all right. The only thing I did forget is when you're doing your setups, when you've got your bike all set up on, it's like these, they basically lay out these huge racks. And if you ever look at like, if you just type in like Ironman transition zone, on an Ironman, it's like just rows and rows and rows of bikes. It looks like a bike shop, basically.
Transition zone. Let's have a
Ironman
look.
transition zone, you'll just see
Oh my God.
just like rows and rows and rows of bikes.
It looks like how I imagine Amsterdam looks.
Yeah, basically.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the amount of bikes you get. You're talking, and obviously these bikes are, you know, pretty penny, right? You're talking millions and millions. And I was looking, even this little one in Chester, I was looking around this like little transition zone thinking, there's got to be like £2-3 million of a bikes here. It was nuts. I was looking at like, and people might not know what these brands are, but there's Argon 18 brands, there's Pinarellos, there was there's some that got loads of canyons. These bikes are like anywhere from £7,000-8,000 up to 15, sometimes 20 grand.
Soon adds up.
Oh my God. Wow. And you're talking, I think there must have been, I think I read somewhere there was about 700-800 people there.
Well, yeah.
So you
do
sound
maths
that?
on that, yeah.
Yeah.
It shocked me when you told me how much they weigh.
Yeah, well, my bike actually isn't a specific triathlon bike. I bought one just to have as a bit of an all-rounder, something I can go out with kids on, something I can go and do a bit of competing with, or just a nice all-rounder bike. So it's called a gravel bike. It looks like a road bike, but you can take it down like Munsell Trail, gravel paths if you want to. The bikes that they have at these events are very specific, and mine weighs about 9.5-10 kilos. These bikes are like 6-7 kilos. Some of them
Bizarre.
nuts.
Could raise your bike.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you
That's
could.
crazy.
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
I can't
absolutely.
get my head around that. Because Ted's bike is fucking right heavy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they've got to be robust at that age, haven't they?
They have. It's a
Sturdy.
good job, actually. It weighs that much because
Yeah.
he's reckless in it, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, the heavier it is, the more it keeps them steady as well, I think.
Yeah. And I'm sorry to lower the tone. What underwear do you wear?
You don't.
You don't just go full out.
you
That's my
don't.
try-to.
This is my most harrowing moment I've had, and I've actually had a bad dream about this once. So when you wear your tri-suits, the tri-suit, imagine like a lycra style like top,
Yeah.
and then like a lycra style shorts, but they're combined. They're like all in one. It's like a one-piece lycra and shorts all in one.
I know what you're going to say.
And so you basically like, you get into the pants, and it's quite awkward to get into the kind of like little upper bit, and you zip it all up. And I have this horrible like fear one day of like me being on the bike and like getting a rip down the back somewhere. And everyone who's driving or riding behind me just sees my ass crack. Because I mean, what do you do if you are 20-30k into a bike ride
What can you
and
do?
your lycra rips?
Yeah.
What if you fall off your bike, right? What if you fall off your bike and you get a big rip down the back?
Yeah.
And you
Just jump on.
and you're 40k away from home. And you've got a huge rip where your arsehole is. What do you do?
That is
This is a
prime time to start an OnlyFans. It's like serendipitously start an OnlyFans.
I don't
Fund
know
my
if-
next triathlon.
I've no idea what I would do if that ever happened to me. I've got this horrible, like, really harrowing feeling that's going to be the case.
I thought you were going to
one
say
day.
if you did a full Paula Radcliffe and what had happened there. Because
that is something you have to do. Unfortunately, like when you're on these triathlons, you're out there for, I mean, I did it under 3 hours, which I think's an okay time. It's average time. But when you're talking like half Ironmans and full Ironmans, these guys are out there for 6 hours and a half. Some people do a full one in 12 to 15 hours. Like you have to pull into a bush. You have to piss yourself on your bike. Unfortunately, you have to piss yourself on your bike. You obviously can use, when you're doing your swim, you can have a piss, but you have to piss while you're running. Apparently, that's quite a hard thing to do. It's a technique you have to master. Apparently, I saw one video a good few months back of a guy who was like, I've practiced it, so what I'll do is I'll drink copious amounts of water before I go for a run, and I'll try to actively piss myself. I have like he bought a specific like tri-suit that he does that in, and it's all black so you can't see it. I was like,
wow.
The level of detail these guys go into it's unbelievable.
I thought bodybuilding were extreme.
There's so many intricacies to it, and even like little things, like when I was in the transition zone, setting everything up, so there's different waves, and when the first wave went, people started going around, some of the stewards and were like telling people off for using the phones. I was like, well, I'm just, my mum's going down. So one guy was on his phone, he was like on the phone with his missus. Well, I'm just directing my missus. Like, no, the race has started. You can't be on your phone. So yeah, he was getting told off for answering his phone, and there was another guy actually who, he didn't really have a road bike, but he came in, and it was like a normal bike that Ted has with like the normal handlebars like that. Yeah. And on the end of the handlebar, we have like a rubber bit. The rubber bit had fallen off. It had a big hole. So it was just the aluminium handlebar. Okay. And someone pulled it up and said, you can't have that open handlebar. You need it closed. You need something on it. And I was like, wow, the rules are so specific.
Put your thumb on it.
Yeah, or like you need some kind of cap in it or something. I was like, this is so specific. I mean, whether that's like because you can hide or conceal things in there, I don't know. Like, what are you going to put in there? Like a GLP-1 or something, like a weight loss drug as you're going around, instant acting weight loss drug.
It must get you thinking though, because it's just like life, isn't it? Where you can plan for certain contingencies, but with that, do you have to carry just some electrical tape in your, I don't know if you've got like a Batman utility belt that you have to...
Well, you're allowed to wear, so you wear this thing called a tri belt. Is it called tri belt? It's like a belt.
Is it like the bat belt? It's like a utility belt?
A bit like a belt, but it's more like it's not thick at all. It's like a little bit of elastine. And in it has like these little loops on it, and you put your energy gels on there. So your energy gels sit in there, and it also holds your race number.
So you could get a Ninja Dart in there if you wanted to.
You could definitely get some spray. 100%.
Cool, right.
Yeah.
Utility belt.
Utility belt, yeah. A little like tri-suit utility belt. And even that as well, you've got to make sure you've got one of those. If you don't have one of those, you can't have your number on you when you race. So there's loads of little bits. Completely new world, but I think I kind of, did a lot of research. Nothing went awry on the day. The biggest thing is the fact that I dislocated my knee.
Is it
2 weeks
confirmed?
Before. Not confirmed, but I coached 4 doctors.
And they're all like, that's...
And when that happened, so I basically fell off my bike 2 weeks before the event, ballooned up to the size of a fucking watermelon. I just thought, it'd be okay, it'll be fine. It'll come the day. I've got 2 weeks to recover. 3-4 days out, I still can't bend my knee fully to get on the bike and do a rotation. I went for a scan, an X-ray. The day I did it, came back as no breaks, no fractures, not even a hairline fracture. Even the lady who scanned it or x-rayed it was like, I've tried to look over this a million times and find something because that knee does not look like it's not broken. But I can't find anything wrong with it.
I remember saying to you last week that it did look pretty grotesque.
Everyone who saw it, when I got back, Amy couldn't even look at it. It was making her feel ill. It was that nuts. And she did the ligament tests, wobbled my knee up and down, side to side. There was no ligament damage. And so I was just like, well, it's probably a good thing. Like, there's no ligament damage. There's no breaks. It's probably hopefully going to be quite a good, speedy recovery. It took a bit longer than I thought, but when I spoke to some of the doctors that I coach, one of them actually works at Northern General. And she sent the photos that I put online. So I sent them the originals. She sent them to the orthopedic surgeon. And he said you don't really get that kind of swelling unless something has like come out of place. Yeah. So he was like, he said he was like 85% sure that it's probably been a dislocation that's gone back in. But I didn't feel, I'm just taking his word for it, right? It didn't feel at the time like it had, because as soon as it happened, I just got back up and I was walking around. It was sore, don't get me wrong, but even if it falls out marginally, the ligaments have been stretched. that produces what's called cytokines, and that's why then it all starts to swell and get in that state. So something's gone wrong, something's happened. But
I find adrenaline amazing as well.
Yeah,
because that would have happened, and I mean, it sounds painful, it looked painful, but you just got back on bike and did what, another 40k, something like that?
61k.
61k.
Yeah,
why not?
That when 2 weeks before the event, they did like a 76-kilometer ride, or had it planned out, 15k, and fell off my fucking bike and did all that, and then I just thought if I can get back on and do a bit more cycling, I'll be all right. And then 2 or 3k in, it was sore, but I knew I could get round. And then literally, so the triathlon was on the Sunday morning. The Saturday, 24 hours before, was the first time I could bend my knee enough to do a full rotation on the bike of the pedals. And I just thought, I still really want to do this. I'd almost written it off during the week. And then when I could do that Saturday morning, I thought, well, you know what? Let me read the rule book. So I sat there on Saturday, I went through all the rules and all the various bits of transitions that you need, and the routes and where you have to go and how many laps are involved. And as soon as you start reading it, you start getting a bit excited. And I was like, oh, I still really want to do this. So, I just woke up on Sunday and was like, fuck it, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to go down. If I have to pull out the water with a bad knee, or if I have to jump off the bike halfway, at least I tried it. Do you know what I mean?
I think that's a cool thought experiment for maybe other people who are training for a big event and something goes wrong, they get injured, or they start questioning like, I don't know if I can do this. Sometimes you've got to weigh it up, haven't you? Like, are you going to be out of pocket, and have you wasted time? And I think if you were able to do it, which you were, just by the sounds of it, but and still managed to come out with, in your words, an average time, which still sounds really impressive. We had it with George Oxley a while ago. So George, his Achilles started flaring up before, I think it were a marathon. I can't remember which one. Barcelona marathon.
Right. And that's right. Yeah, I remember saying.
And he absolutely killed it. But on the build up to it, we're having some Achilles issues. And I just remember asking him a question like, look, what are we going to do, mate? Are you going to push through it because you've trained so hard for it? Or are we going to prolong and but he's still young. He just went for it and he was fine. Yeah. But it's amazing how many people there was definitely an issue there, but how many people can talk himself out of something because it's not optimal.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, we all wish that our bodies were optimal every time we stepped into a race. I think I don't know if mine was a little bit more extreme in that, it was
trauma there, isn't there?
I mean, people actively said I was stupid for doing it. I had people online messaging me going, there's a guy called, you won't mind me shouting out, there's a guy called Julian.
Oh,
at Station
I know Julian,
Gym, and he's a keen rider, and he comments on a lot of my riding stuff. And he was like, actively saying, look, mate, don't be stupid. You're still young. Don't do it. You might mess yourself up for years to come. And I was like, yeah, that's the voice of reason that I really, really don't need. Don't give me that. Please shut up now, Julian.
Stop being sensible.
You're being too sensible. But again, I'm sat here. I've done it. My knee hurts a little bit more. It's a bit more stiff than it was at the end of last week. But I did it, and I can do it, and I pushed myself to do it. There's moments where I wanted to stop, and the pain was quite bad, but I just got through it, and I'm sat here now so thankful that I did do it. And I think you're right. So many people just talk themselves out of it because it's just a little niggle, and they just go, "No, I don't want to push through." And don't get me wrong, there's some injuries that you definitely don't want to push through on, but everyone's got to make their own judgment call.
I think it's agreeing to do stuff that scares you as well, because I think if somebody's got a date in the diary where they say, I've got this event coming up, or I've got this to do, I don't think enough people chase that fear.
Yeah.
And this is how worlds apart our lives are at the moment, mate. 'Cause you've got one on the way, and I'm just doing loads of DIY, and you're doing loads of challenges. DIY scares me.
Does it?
Yeah, it does. Mm-hmm. It does.
For what? Getting it wrong, messing things up, fucking the house up a little bit.
Yeah. I think it's that, for me, it's the worry about a waste of time. Because I'm aware that, like, look, if you fuck something up and you need to just pay to get it fixed, or your pride might be damaged, your bank balance might be, but it's the time that you lose. And I always think that, just actively looking for stuff that does scare you a bit.
Do you know what? I had a really, really, just reminded me, actually, I had a really good conversation. We've got a tram in the background as well. We've got planes, helicopters, trams. It's
sounds of Sheffield. Sounds of Sheffield.
And we have got some dark clouds in the background. So,
that looks dicey. It
is looking ominous. We're going to see how long this podcast
rolling the dice, mate.
We are really rolling the dice here. I had a conversation with a client last night actually, and he was always academic in school. but always told that he wasn't very sports orientated by everyone, by his PE teachers, by family, friends. You're just not a really sports orientated guy. Academics is your thing, stick to that. And then he found a friend at the age of like 28, 29, who just showed him this new way of living. And her ethos with everything was, I'm going to convince myself that I'm really good at everything. And if I'm proven wrong, I'll put my hands up and accept it. If, for whatever reason, I'm great at it, awesome. I've backed myself and I know that I can do it. But by taking that approach at 30 years old, he then started taking up loads of different things that he'd never even done before. He took up taekwondo at the age of 30.
Yeah.
And I started coaching him when he was in his early 40s. So he'd been doing it a decade. And I just thought he'd been doing it since he was a kid. This guy was unbelievable at it. The way he drilled it, his technique. I mean, he's done it for a decade, so he should be pretty good. But I just assumed he'd always done it. And he told me this amazing story about how he picked it up when he was 30, never sporty as a kid, not in any sports teams, hated exercise. And then suddenly just found this kind of new outlook on life when it came to exercise. And I think more people need to take that approach. Just convince yourself that you are good at it, whether it's DIY or it's sports. I was actually the opposite. So I was always pretty sporty, but I was always told I wasn't the academic one. My middle brother was like the academic one. He was the brains. He got all the good grades. I was always the one that was just fell into that kind of class clown, like, mindset and demeanor, because, you're forced down that as a kid, aren't you, when you're told you're not academic. I then, when I left school and formal education, became really obsessed with learning and wanting to learn about all the things I was interested in.
On your terms, isn't it?
On my terms as well. Yeah, for sure.
I think that's a huge thing.
It's looking more and more ominous. The wind's picking up now. It's the darker clouds.
I'm hoping people can hear the trees like proper going for it. But
yeah.
Do you know what I saw on Saturday morning?
Who you saw?
Who I saw on Saturday morning?
Yeah, go on.
I went to go see Tommy Frank.
Oh, did you?
Tommy
nice.
Frank's doing some amazing stuff in the community. Is that rain?
Is it? Yeah, we've got a little bit of rain.
Yeah, a little bit.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going. We'll be right.
So yeah, Tommy Frank's doing some amazing stuff in community. He's got some exciting things in pipeline. And I took Ted to one of his boxing classes.
Cool.
And Tommy's like, look, it's not really for kids, but just monitor Ted. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
And do you know what? Ted loved it. He really, really loved it. And do you know what really caught me by surprise? His little face when I was doing it, because he's never seen me move that way or
be aggressive or throw punches.
Yeah, you could see him be like, I don't know if he were looking a little bit like, I better not push him in future.
Yeah,
just in case. But it was just quite sick to see, like, introduce him to different stuff and let them see you do stuff. It's fascinated me.
Yeah. This wind's really picking up now, isn't it?
I'm not convinced, mate. We've rolled the dice.
It said
at one, mate. We've got like 15 minutes, apparently.
Have we? Okay,
yeah.
We'll go. Let's just keep going.
Yeah.
I'm hoping the wind factor isn't mixing up the mic too much.
My MacBook's waterproof.
Actually, the rain is coming down now.
It is.
Yeah. Guys, we are going to do a little bit of a reshuffle. Should we go upstairs?
Let's do it.
I think we'll have to, won't we?
Don't clip that up.
Should we go upstairs, mate?
Why not? If you insist.
Right,
let's do it.
We'll see you soon.
Just like magic, mate. We're back.
We are back.
But
relocated inside.
No more rain. But
sod's low as well as we were packing up, and we just got assaulted near. Stopped raining. I think the sun's back out now.
I hope it tips it down about 10 minutes.
Yeah,
that'll make me happy. That'll make me happy.
Back in our natural habitat now.
But yeah, I'll quickly just mention about Tommy, and just love what he's doing at the minute. Lots of community-based stuff.
Yeah, look, anyone who's just trying to, has he got his own keys to his own place now or something? What's he doing? Because I'm sure he posted something online, was it?
Yeah, I think he's teased something. So it's not probably my news to share, but yeah, I think he's got something in the pipeline. Yeah.
Anyone who's trying to get their own space, do their own thing, I respect that. Fair play. They're taking a risk. It's a gamble, but you got to take gambles for things to pay off.
And do you know what? Support people as well. Yeah. Have you seen this campaign online about Molly May?
No.
So Molly May's just had a little boy.
That's right.
And I'm actually going to find...
Wasn't her other son or daughter called Bambi?
Yeah. So our eldest daughter's called Bambi.
What's the one called? I
don't know. Should we have a look? Because there is a moral to this story.
What's that Disney character that shoots deers?
Wow. That went dark. Let's have a look. Is it Molly May with a Y? Elmer Fudd?
Elmer Fudd. How bad would it be if you called it Elmer?
I've not heard that. So here we go. So the announcement, I think it's had something crazy. Where are we? Hang on. it's had some crazy reshares. I don't know how you find it out, but basically, there's a couple of self-employed people who have all sort of kicked off about this.
About what?
About why are thousands of people, tens of thousands of people, resharing Molly May's story that she's had a baby as if they know her, but they're not willing to promote any of the mates' businesses. They're not willing to just have a little share, little recommendation.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
It is, I've always said this. Like, have I ever really posted anything online you've ever seen promoting like celebrities?
No.
I don't watch fucking Love Island. I don't watch any of this bollocks. Like, I just think it's all... We're all so obsessed with other people's lives. Like,
It's drama, innit? It's drama.
Why? There's a relative in my family. I'm not going to name her. Oh, I've just... Well, that narrows it down by 50%. I know, fuck. But she's completely obsessed with drama in the family. Like, she's on one side of the family, but just completely obsessed with, like, just anything. It's just a bit of a gossip. Do you know what I mean? Bit of a gossip. And I'm just not... And like, anytime they come round, it's just always, this person's doing this and this person's doing that. I'm not bothered, honestly. I'm not bothered. I've got better things to do. I've got triathlons to train for. You know what I mean? Like, I'm too busy training, too busy working.
This is why I refuse to watch. Have you seen The Traitors before?
Traitors?
Yeah,
we did watch. What do we watch? Amy made me watch one, the celebrity one.
I can't stand it.
Do you know? No. I actually didn't mind that, to be fair. Yeah. It was an interesting concept. I probably wouldn't. Would I watch it again? I'm not a big TV watcher, to honestly. She's got to, like, we'll watch something. It'll take us 3 weeks to get through it if it's like 7 episodes, because I just can't do it every night.
Whereas, I don't know, Traitors, I'm probably a bit too meta for this, but I don't know. I look at what is the purpose of this? Like, what we're teaching people. I know not everything has to be a lesson, but I feel like people are absorbing, like, it's deceit, it's lying. I'm like, why are we celebrating that? I just don't get it.
Yeah, it's I didn't really think about it like that, but
I think that's a curse of my brain, unfortunately.
They've made a game out of it. Maybe the people that do quite well at it are just good liars.
Yeah. Whereas something like Love Island, I sort of get, because it's just a big social experiment. It's a big social experiment with really good-looking people to be like, go on in, see what you do. And it is fascinating to sort of that.
I think that's just more, like, I watched Love Island, and the is it on at the moment? Because it was on last night when I watched it. Amy walked out. I don't know if it was an old one or whatever, but she had something on last night, and I think it was Love Island. And I sat down. I was on my phone. I could kind of it was in the background, and I just, for 30 seconds before I just changed the channel and put me what I wanted to watch on, I just watched it, and I thought, I feel really stupid and dumb watching this. I feel like I'm losing brain cells, and it's an idiotic. They're all idiotic comments. They're not talking about, like, you know, sports or you know, anything meaningful. It is all bollocks. It's all like gossipy bollocks. I'm just not about that. I've got fucking better things to do.
I know what you mean. I remember, because Amy used to watch it back in the day when it were, I think, like, Callum Best went on it, Bianca Gascoigne, it was just like a proper celebrity one, and then they opened it up to general public. And I don't know if you know this, the first ever person to go on the reboot, the first person to walk in the villa was Chris Williamson.
Oh, really?
From Modern Wisdom, yeah.
Oh, wow. I know he was on Love Island, wasn't he?
He was the first ever person to walk onto it.
He's a bit of a unicorn in that sense, because he seems pretty switched on, and he's quite, you know, introspective.
But even then, he couldn't connect with someone because his wavelength's different, but he's super intelligent, and he's got weird chat as well, which I respect. I've got weird chat.
That's just how intelligent people's brains operate. Yeah. They're not focusing on this kind of very mundane frequency of, you look fit, you got big tits, I want to shag you. Which I think is a lot.
How everyone just sounds like just a generic northerner.
Yeah.
With that.
But I don't know. I think it's just brain dead TV for me, Love Island. I get it. And some people need. I know quite. Not intelligent, but people that I respect the opinions of, who watch it as well. And yeah, maybe they are quite intelligent. And I just think, how do you do that? How do you sit there and watch that? I personally don't get it. But I also have to understand and be cognizant of the fact that there's a lot of things I do that people don't get. I'm getting really into like all this triathlon shit, and I goes, I don't ever want to do that stuff. That's just not up my street. Never bothers me.
Maybe it's just escapism. Do you know what I mean? Because if you're,
when we were all just trying to escape, I use sports to do it. People use TV and Love Island to do it.
you know what fascinates me? Nostalgia.
Right.
Why are we so obsessed with nostalgia?
Because it's taking us back to our formative years, I think.
Comfortable, isn't it? I always think that. What do you most miss? Because I'm seeing, because you were born in what, 91?
91.
Yeah, I'm a 91
Yeah.
lad as well. And apparently, if you were born between year 1990 and 1991, we're classed as what you call peak millennials.
Peak millennials.
Peak millennials.
Really?
Which means we were like right in the middle of no technology, mainstream to mainstream technology. So we had the best of both worlds.
Yeah, we did.
In them 2 years in our formative years.
I remember a time before phones were even a thing. And then when phones started coming out, it's a bit like, what's a good comparison? I think phones for us was a bit like social media. Like, you know, when you get a new social media come out every now and again, like when TikTok first came on the scene, what's this TikTok? It's a new thing that all the kids, or Snapchat was this new thing. Phones were a bit like that. Every other week there was like a new phone coming out, and it had a slightly better this and a slightly better that. This one had MP3s on it now. This one had a glass screen on it. This one was touch screen. This one flipped around. This one flipped open. This one had an updated version of Snake on there. Like that was the years for us. The phones themselves were evolving like every year, weren't they? Every year there was some new technology in the phone that was coming out.
And it is crazy because like the fast pacedness, like I've just Googled on Googled and it's brought me to Pinterest, 90s nostalgia. Mate, some of these, honestly, I'm just going to turn around just to show Ryan, right? Some of these are completely unnecessary. Like they had a Pringles holder.
That's right. There was a Pringles holder.
You've gone back to primary school, haven't you?
Yeah.
You're looking at that thinking.
Yeah.
And I find nostalgia pretty amazing. What they got here?
Tamagotchis. Remember that?
Tamagotchis. They've got Funny Bones. Do you remember that? Remember them books? Funny Bones?
Funny Bones.
Funny Bones. Do you remember?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Funny Bones, the family. Yeah,
and
with
then
the
it's
dog
weird
as well.
how like you smile when you see them. Like that Play-Doh. Do you remember that Play-Doh? Like the stripes on it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I used to eat that.
Let me have a little scroll for it. This is mental. Remember that?
But do you know what I mean? Like I find nostalgia amazing because it does make you smile and it makes like connect with like, oh yeah, I don't care who you are, I don't care how you grew up. Like we probably experienced similar stuff.
Taz. Remember Taz?
Taz bars,
Taz bars,
chocolate, yeah.
Wow.
What else they got? They've seen them bouncy balls yet? Them really like fluorescent bouncy balls.
Do you remember those that you used to put on your bike tires as well?
Oh yeah,
Those I remember those. I remember those bricks. Those is it stickle bricks they're called?
Ted's got some of them.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm thinking you could put, you know, them bike spoke things. You know, you could do it where you put something like that on it, makes a noise, so it makes it sound like it's like half a cup. You could put that on your Prius.
Do you ever used to that thing with a bike where you used to like flatten a Coke can and put it in wedge it in the back wheel?
Yeah.
And it used to make a noise, just sound like a bike. Yeah.
But no, I just love
And all
nostalgia.
the neighbours.
If there's anything you could bring back from 90s, Ryan, what would you bring back?
90s,
Sugar Sunny D.
I think 90s, yeah, maybe. What would I bring back from the 90s? It's a good question. I think for me, I think probably more of our formative years, I think were probably the early 2000s. Do you not think? Like, that's when we're becoming like, you know, we're becoming like in our teenage years, you know.
Yeah.
I missed the early 2000s to mid 2000s music, me.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I don't.
Like the R&B, like...
Oh, maybe R&B.
Do you know, like the old school R&B, like hip-hop tunes, like Nelly,
Yeah.
Ride With Me. They don't make songs like that anymore.
The era of pop probably...
Yeah.
That hurt my ears, that. I can't be doing...
Like Mario Winans. Oh.
Yeah, all right.
So Mario Winans... They don't make music like that anymore. Do you know what I mean?
For me, it with the TV. I miss that TV because we were... Amy says we were posh kids because we had Fox Kids.
You had what?
Fox Kids.
What's Fox Kids?
I remember Fox Kids.
No, remind me.
It were like, I think it had, Fox Kids had all sorts. I need to have to find this. What did Fox Kids air?
What did we watch? We used to watch like Nickelodeon and one of my favourite shows was Ed and Eddie. Do you remember that? Oh,
Yeah.
what a show.
So Fox Kids were like Power Rangers.
Oh, we watched Power Rangers.
Ninja
yeah.
Turtles.
Ninja Turtles, we watched them, yeah.
X-Men, the animated series, is my favourite animated show ever.
I'm not sure I watched that as a
Love
kid.
that.
Yeah.
Batman animated series. What's that?
Biker Mice. Remember
Biker Mice from Mars.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm hoping this is just triggering some nostalgia
Catch
for
the
some
Pigeon.
people.
What was the Catch the Pigeon from?
I remember the
Wacky
theme tune.
Races.
Yeah.
Catch the Pigeon. Catch the Pigeon.
I meant to talk to you about something actually. So on Oh, I might have to go on my phone. Because on the day that you're doing your sprint triathlon,
Yes.
there's something
Father's Day.
called Father's Day. Oh, I'm gonna dob Amy in it now.
Okay.
So Amy's watching Harry Styles on Father's Day.
She is.
Yeah. So I've got a lovely.
I was going to say, I texted you this week, didn't I?
Dad's lad day.
Well, when you messaged me saying she's watching Harry Styles on Father's Day, I was thinking, oh, you better be banking that, mate. You better be leaving that one in the bank for pull out later when you really need some a little favour. You remember when you booked Harry Styles on Father's Day and left me and Ted on our own? Remember that? Yeah.
And to be fair, I'm all for it. Do you know what I mean? Like, kick on. If you'd rather see Harry than me, that's no competition, really, is it? But then that's fine.
Is Harry the free pass?
Harry, I don't know. I've never had that chat.
Is she? Have you not had the chat?
No.
There's one celebrity you got a free pass for. Do you think it'd be Harry Styles for her? Is she?
I thought it meant for me.
Oh, if it was
Harry,
Harry Styles for you, mate, then it would be your free pass if you had to have one.
I don't know. Honestly, I always think this because I'm a little bit
Michelle from Behind the Cafe.
Deborah from accounts. No, do you know what's weird, right? I'm very old school romantic with these things where I just sort of like switch off. Because in a hypothetical, like, weird world, that could happen.
Yeah.
And I'd say I'm quite...
You holding out for...
I'd say I'm a pretty jealous character, you know.
Would you?
I am, yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I better stop the Harry Styles chat then. I know exactly who... I think Amy's got two. She likes...
Ian Beale. Oh, sorry, Idris Elba.
Idris Elba. Who's the other one? I can't remember the one is now. I can see his face, can't remember his name. Mine would definitely be, Amy knows mine, Michelle Keegan. 100, she's number one for me. Okay. Girl Next Door. Oh, I'm sure we've had this chat.
We've had this chat.
Yeah,
we have.
Who's your number one then?
Genuine, I couldn't call it.
No,
because it's one of those where I don't give it mind space.
Come on, there's got to be someone
it's
out there.
My worst nightmare. This.
There's got to be someone out there,
especially if it's been
recorded
as well.
I won't send this to Amy. I definitely will. I'm going to clip it up and put it on your social media.
Again, I don't know. I think we've gone through top 3 before. I do like Jennifer Lawrence. I'm not going to lie.
Jennifer Lawrence.
I find Jennifer Lawrence funny.
I think who Jennifer Lawrence is.
No. Hunger Games.
Oh, I don't watch Hunger Games.
No, neither did I.
Until I found she was
I didn't watch much of it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Fast forwarded through all bits. I were going to talk about 90s TV, but I don't know if we've got onto that.
Go on, let's get back to 90s TV. What's been going on? I'll tell you what is good on 90s TV. Very in theme with the, day hall passes.
Pink Ranger.
Yes, Power Rangers. Yes, Power Rangers.
I knew it would come in.
And
Pink Ranger.
Do you know what the weird thing about the Power Rangers is? Like, how many guys tuned in for Pink Power Ranger, but you never saw a face?
You absolutely did.
Did you?
Yeah, if you recorded it and paused it, you got...
But she never took a mask off.
I mean, she did.
Did she?
Yeah.
Pink Power Rangers took a mask off?
Kimberly.
I thought the Power Rangers kept the masks on.
Top search on my laptop, mate. Pink
Was
Ranger.
It? Yeah.
I think that decided my type of women, you know.
Did it? Yeah. Sporty, active.
Yeah.
Do you know what shaped my type of women? I think it was Jet from Gladiators.
Okay. Jet from Gladiators. Fair.
Do you remember Jet from Gladiators?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
They were either... Who other one everyone fancied? They were Jet and they were... Oh, I can't remember her name.
90s Gladiators, females.
90s Gladiators. Here we go. Right, it just keeps bringing up Wolf.
Wolf. Yeah, he was a good looking bastard, wasn't he?
Yeah. Who else?
He had off his tits.
Oh, here's a good one. Gladiators entry test.
What's this?
This was a fitness test. All contestants seeking to participate in a series were screened and required to undergo a series of rigorous fitness tests.
Interesting. Is this back in the 90s?
Back in the 90s.
I need to know this test.
Right, you ready?
Yeah,
I'm going to see if you think this is bike for 1 kilometre.
Wait,
I reckon for speed.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Is this the actual test they had to do?
These are the tests.
Is
it bike for 1 kilometre?
But what's the parameters?
I think it's just, you've got a full day to do these things.
Right, okay.
Bike for 1 kilometre.
Yeah.
Rowing for 500 metres.
Okay.
But again, for speed, I reckon.
Yeah.
Bench press 40 kilos.
What?
I know.
That's it. That's all you've got a bench press to get in the Gladiators?
I don't know if this is... What is this? Is
Hold
this
on
men, women? Is this both? Treadmill, 800 metres, and then press-ups, 30 press-ups. That's what we got. That's the contestant entry test.
What? Oh, the contestant.
Oh, contestants, yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant it was for the actual gladiators. I was thinking Wolf would bench press 40 kilos with his eyelids. That's literally the entrance test. You have to be able to bike 1 kilometre, row 500 metres, bench press 40 kilos. Oh, that's piss easy.
I feel like it's developed a lot now because I had a client who, I'll not dobber in it, I'll not tell her who it is, but she
entered it, didn't she?
Yeah, she entered it.
Well, we had Bronte Jones on there who's...
I'm gutted I didn't ask more questions about this, but my client, it was more like event specific, which were quite cool. So apparently if you made it past the first round, you got
was it a girl or boy?
Girl.
Was there anything that she failed on?
Not failed on. No. I think, and this was her words, not mine.
Okay.
They went on personality.
Oh, really?
She's an accountant.
Okay.
So she was like, yeah.
What's your day job? Accountant thinking.
I reckon they've dobbed her in for that.
I guess there is a massive part of that, right? Because if you've got people who are pretty similar ability, I mean, how many people can do a 1K bike, 500 meter row, 40K bench press, and what was the other one?
What other one? Run? Said run? Press ups.
Press ups.
Press ups,
yeah. It's a relatively low benchmark, that, isn't it, to be fair?
I can't believe not done anything on rings or any sort of pull-up test.
Yeah,
because you do a lot
that's a
on
big
rings.
part of it, isn't it? Yeah, and balance as well, because you're on those podiums having to kind of knock people off with those big, flumpy baton things.
Flumpy baton things.
But I forgot what my train of thought was there.
We went from Pink Rangers to Gladiators pretty quick.
Yeah,
we went for Jet. Yeah. I've still not looked at what I needed to look at, but it was the freestyle episodes, mate.
Yeah, we both came into this episode saying how ridiculously tired we were, and our trains of thoughts are constantly going off the rails at the moment. But what else did you want to bring to the table in today's episode? Anything else that you had on the cards?
I wrote down here what's been making you laugh recently, because I go through this stage, and this is the reason why I don't think I'll ever leave social media. Because people send me stupid stuff, or occasionally stumble across a bit of gold. And I stumbled across a page, called Great Advice for Shitty People.
Oh, okay. This is interesting.
And this is like passive-aggressive, all right? Or of course, some would say a little bit sadistic. So for context, it looks like someone's just written it down, all right? So this one reads, Great Advice for Shitty People. Call a number on a missing cat poster and start meowing. Yeah. Yell, breathe, you're doing good, to a classmate who's doing a presentation. Cross someone's face out of a group photo, even though you're not on bad terms. Just like, what other one? We've got a phone call coming in. That's my lovely wife. It's coming through here now.
Checking up on you.
Must be checking up on me. She must have got Pink Ranger.
Oh, it's burning.
She saved my phone as Pink Ranger.
She had Jennifer Lawrence.
Interrupt people with just text me the rest.
Just text me the rest.
Use silent letters to spell your name over the phone, like T as in tsunami.
Oh, mega.
Lean on other cyclists at a red light. There's one for you, Ryan.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. There you go. I keep saying, honestly, there's tons like that. And for some reason, say after me at the door.
Nice.
Say, this could have been an email when someone breaks up with you. Which is a bit dark.
I didn't actually expect it to go that way. When you said it was, messages for shitty people, advice for shitty people.
Great advice for shitty people.
I thought it was going to be like taking shit things that people have done and calling them out for it. But it's actually like, if you're a shitty person, here's how to be more shitty.
I mean, I've got a few would you rathers as well. So shout out Luke Foster, because his sense of humour was fantastic. And I said warped then, but I mean, I've said that now as well. And he keeps sending me just mad stuff. Tons of would you rathers. Like, he sent me one other day, which was, I can't find it now. Most of the posts have actually been taken down.
Oh, wow.
Here we go. Would you rather, this is the weird stuff that Luke sends me, have an army of 1,000 loyal dwarves who will do whatever you command and they are willing to?
Oh, I like the idea of that.
Or B, own a dragon the size of a small car that you can fly around and breathe fire. People know you have it and they're all right with it.
Oh, I've got to go dragon.
Yeah,
dragon.
I would.
Yeah, fly around wherever you want.
But imagine how useful would it be to have an army of 1,000 dwarves to just be like,
it would, but what's the practical use of that in today's world?
I can think of loads.
Build me a house.
But there you go. And they're willing as well.
Yeah.
So they're up for it.
You got free labour.
I've got 1,000 of DIY.
Yeah.
I'd be like, come on, Doc.
I mean, for productivity, you're probably looking at, you've got 1,000 people you can pull on. You know, dwarves or not, this is 1,000 people you can potentially put to work. But the idea of a dragon and being able to go like, right, all hop on the back, put the whole family on there. We're just going to go to Tunisia for the day.
Here's one. Would you rather receive 600 grand right now or receive £2,000 every month for life?
Oh, it's a good question. I'd say 600 now because I'll make that money work harder.
There you go. I knew you'd have a clever answer for it. Here we go. Oh. No, I'm not going to do that one. That's a bit too dark. There is one more that I saw that I think you might appreciate. Right, this is the one that I've seen, and I'm sorry if anyone is triggered by this. Would you rather wear a Cars shirt to someone... Right, I'll start that again. Would you rather wear a Cars shirt to a funeral of someone who died in a car accident, or B, set up a table next to a homeless person and eat an entire meal? These are the impossible things.
I'd go homeless guy because homeless people have always got good stories.
They have, yeah.
Homeless guys have always got a really good. You would tend to find they've always got a really good backstory when you sit down with them.
Yeah.
They might be a bit nuts,
But you're not giving them any food. You're just setting up a meal next to them.
no.
They're not sharing.
Oh no,
You're
like,
right, you took your bib in. You get stuck in.
no.
In here long, mate.
This steak, absolutely beautiful.
So you could either make a new friend, or they could absolutely shoe you in. But you're not making any friends if you
Am I
do
allowed
if you do
to
the first
share
one.
or not?
No.
Oh fuck.
But the other option is too dark. I don't think any sane person's choosing that one.
Yeah. I'd eat it and then say, oh, look, after this, I promise you, I'll go and buy some stuff.
Nah, it says a lot about you, mate. Yeah, I agree with that. I think that's a nice. That concludes.
Would you
been
rather-
making me laugh recently?
Brilliant. I'm going to go really off topic here. Again, it's a freestyle episode, so we're allowed to kind of just talk about things that are on our mind, things we've heard recently. And I want you to pull this up if you can. But I think the general stat that I heard was 10% of girls between 10% of girls between 18 and 24 in America have an OnlyFans.
Can you say that again, please?
The girls between 18 to 24 in America, 10% of them have an OnlyFans account that they basically post stuff and try and earn money from.
10%.
It's wild, isn't it? One in 10 girls in America.
Does OnlyFans have to be like purely explicit, or can it be?
No,
I painted this.
I think
toy train.
It can be anything. If you've got foot fetishes, if you've got, I don't know, weird, like if you like people like sniffing underwear and shit like that, I don't know. You can promote whatever you want on there. I think it's mainly sexual. I mean, if you're posting pictures of your toy trays, you're probably not going to get much traction.
I've noticed this, right? That, or any people you see go viral online for like, oh, they're earning this amount a month. Who's their demographic? It's 9 times out of 10, it's always men.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to get to that
do you know what?
stage
There are
in
some,
society where I'm thinking, are we being exploited?
I listened to a really good podcast by a guy who's a multi-millionaire. He went on a podcast called Eventful Lives, and his business was he runs an agency for OnlyFans people. So he will kind of like essentially grow their profile on OnlyFans. And I think on social media as well, and it'll basically get them more business and work. And he's essentially like their agent.
Is this HS Tiki Toki by any chance?
I don't know. No, it wasn't him. But it seems to be doing pretty well. He was talking about he had a new unit he bought, and it had like a Ferrari suspended from the ceiling and stuff like that. And guy seems to be doing pretty well for himself. But he was making money off the back of it. And he was talking about how some of the people earning the most money right now are actually guys. He was talking about celebrities. You remember Tiger?
Yeah.
The rapper?
Yeah.
He's on there. Post picture of his cock.
Right. Okay. Great.
Just bang, he's got a schlong. You know what I mean?
All right.
I can hear Walter wants to come in.
There we go, Walter.
Come on, Walter. You come in. Come in then.
Is he in?
He's got something out there.
Well, as long as it's not my trainer, mate. All right. It's all right.
Yeah, apparently there's quite a lot of other celebrities on there, male celebrities. But apparently there's guys who there's certain guys who play into characters as well. He was saying he's got a guy who has a really good corporate or finance job in America, in London. Sorry, big finance guy in London. So he doesn't really need the money, but just enjoyed playing like a bit of a what's he called, Mr. Grey from the books. What's it called? The 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
He enjoyed playing that kind of character, like online with certain girls. And he thought, you know what, I can make a bit of money off this. So he went on to OnlyFans and basically played that kind of character. Obviously had a lot of flash things because he was, in finance and a decent amount of money, and just started playing this character, had this little dungeon set up, started posting pictures of, him and other women in there, and he's absolutely killing it, just earning hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of £1,000s a month.
Wow.
Doing OnlyFans. And sometimes when you hear the numbers, you go, okay, but it is mad, like the career changes people are willing to go from to earn money on OnlyFans, like going from a really good finance job or corporate job, but
to just,
I guess also as well, like he's probably got a bit of a calling maybe. This guy said he was almost made for it. It was like he's so good, he's so compelling, and girls just love all that kind of Mr. Grey stuff, don't they? Get some going a little bit.
the world never ceases to amaze me at the minute.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what?
Would you know that maybe you can type in this as well and find out the stats, but it's something like 99% of people on OnlyFans earn less than, I think, is it £18,000 a year from it? Only 1% of people earn over £18,000. Look at the percent. Maybe go on, type on percentage earnings on OnlyFans.
Right, let me have a look. God, my Google history is going to be absolutely shagged.
Your algorithm's going to be all over the show, mate.
Earning statistics. Yeah, I think you're right, mate. I think there's are these the 1%?
So 1% of people only earn over, like, is it?
An average creator makes between $130 and $180 monthly before OnlyFans takes its 20% commission.
Wow.
The average creator has approximately 21 fans. Bottom tier is roughly 8% of creators make less than $500 a month, and nearly half earn under 100.
Wow.
Wow.
Type in what do the top 1% earn on OnlyFans?
Let's have a look. Top 1% OnlyFans. Top percent earners OnlyFans. Black China is consistently recognised as the highest earner on OnlyFans. That is eye-watering.
How much?
Do you want to have a guess? How much a month?
It's got to be $1 million. Is it 3 million? 5 million?
Nope.
10.
More.
No.
More.
No.
More.
15.
More.
Oh my no. Someone's earning £15 million a month.
Black China is earning 20 million a month on OnlyFans.
Goodness gracious me.
They're going to be some really, really good toy trains.
Wasn't she a rapper or something?
I have no idea. The
name rings a bell.
Cardi B. Iggy Azalea. What?
Are they on it?
Cardi B earns a 10 mil a month.
Really?
From OnlyFans. I mean, she's hilarious.
Is she posting like the kind of usual OnlyFans stuff, or is it like?
I have no idea. I'm worried about where this search is going to take me.
I know. Have you ever been on OnlyFans, by the way?
No.
I've not. I've never. I think there's the links that people have had and people have sent, because we've had some people from some social circles that I've been back in Manchester, like, girls you went to school with starting OnlyFans, and someone sent you a link, and I've clicked on it, but I've never made an account, never had anything like that. I think it's nuts that I actually think it's nuts that people pay for it, because there's so much free sexual content out. Like, who's paying for something so specific? It's odd, isn't it?
That is absolutely crazy. Mate, I can't get my head around this. This is absolutely blowing my head off. What? Sorry, mate. I'm proper in a rabbit hole now.
Just say what you're seeing, mate.
Say what I'm seeing. I'm not seeing many clothes.
Is this? Are you on someone's OnlyFans there?
I'm on like an article, and it's just this guy. I think he's got a website called Man of Many.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, it's literally is just copy and paste. Women not wearing very much.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he's giving you a kind of bit of behind the scenes of what these OnlyFans. Because when you go on the OnlyFans, when the links have been sent through to me, and you click on them, it's a paywall basically, isn't it? You can't see the content unless you pay for it. I'm like, I'm not fucking paying. No, they're not getting any of my money.
This links into probably something I've noted down here. Have you ever heard of JOMO?
JOMO, no.
JOMO, which is the joy of missing out. I'm quite happy.
Like FOMO, like.
Yeah, it's like opposite of FOMO. So like sometimes you look at something and you think, oh, I'm gutted I weren't there, or I'm gutted I've not been able to do that. Yeah. I regularly have JOMO.
I'm so happy I didn't do that.
I'm so glad that I wasn't born like a generation after.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know, I'm seeing it a lot at the minute where, not necessarily with events, I don't know, it's just maybe, I don't want to sound like old man shouting at clouds, but I'm quite glad in a way that we are classed as peak millennials and that we did grow up when we grew up.
There was a podcast I listened to with Joe Rogan, and he had a female comedian on there, and she's quite an edgy female comedian. I think she was talking about, I can't remember which one it was, there's a few names circulating, I don't want to misname someone, but she would talk about back in the day when she was a struggling comic, and she's doing quite well now. She would do like, not the OnlyFans, but it was basically before OnlyFans existed. You would have girls online who would sell like things or possessions that they had to guys who kind of lusted over them a little bit. And a lot of these girls used to have like Amazon wish lists. Remember those? Like girls, and like used to get a lot of like porn stars who have Amazon wish lists, and you could go on there and buy them things that they wanted. And she would, guys would pay for like weird things, like underpants and things like that. It was really odd. And she said she'd put farts into bottles and send them off, and people would pay thousands of pounds for this.
I need to know
how nuts is that?
The nutrition plan to keep up with demand.
Yeah.
Just cabbage.
Yeah.
Beans.
Like, and she was really, she's a comedian, right? So she's a no holds barred, no bullshit, just tell it as it is. And she was really open and honest. It was really eye-opening to be like, wow, guys actually do some really weird, creepy shit, and they pay a lot of fucking money for it. Guys were sending her tens of thousands of pounds for like underpants that she'd worn for several days and stuff. Like, it was just bizarre what like really turns certain people on.
Have I ever told you, so I used to work with a guy, I nearly dropped his name in then, but basically he were big in the gay community, right? Okay. And my old job, I used to basically do like 30,000 steps every day. Yeah. I used to move around quite a lot. I was 21, or PT, used to do like event setups and stuff as well. And he once said to me, how many trainers do you go through a year? I'm like, oh mate, I must go through like 7 pair of trainers a year. Just like, I just have a specific work pair. He's like, you should sell them. Like, what do you mean? So just get them on eBay. 21-year-old PT. You can make a fortune. I'm like, why? I'm like, wow, never did it. But right. That was the first time somebody like told me that were a thing.
And he was basically saying it's a fetish thing.
Yeah. He basically saying he's like, just let them do what they want with him. Not yours anymore. You've got a nice pay for your next holiday with it, lad. I'm like, I can't.
What?
But morally, I'm just like, what do you mean? What they do?
It's a bit like you realise that people will pay foot fetishes, right? Yeah. And people will pay money for foot. I had it years ago. Someone messaged me on my Instagram. It wasn't on my private one actually. I don't know how they came across it, but I just had a message in the DMs just saying, "Could I ask a really weird question?" And when someone opens with that, you know it's going to be a bit like, where's this going kind of thing. And he basically was just dead open and said, look, I like feet. If you've got any socks you can send me, or if you've got any photos of your feet that you can send me, I'll pay money for it. And I was a bit of a struggling student at the time. I remember going, go on then, how much?
No, why not?
And it wasn't a lot, it was like 30, 40 quid. And I was like, nah, it just felt weird for the money. If it was a few hundred quid maybe. But it just in that moment, it did feel odd, like this guy's happy to pay for some of my used socks. It's weird.
And obviously you don't want to kink shame someone, but at the same time, like there's a little moral dilemma there, isn't there?
Yeah.
And, I'm a full-on man fan of this podcast called Luana.
Oh yeah,
I've mentioned them before.
Yeah, we've mentioned them. Yeah,
sure. Yeah. And mate, it's hilarious, basically. But them two girls who host that, Louisa Zisman and Anna Williamson, they just completely say whatever they want. And somebody voice noted in basically saying, I feel weird because I'm like cannibalizing other podcast content, but somebody voice noted in saying, right, once a guy reached out to me and sort of said, look, really like, your holiday pictures that you keep putting on in your bikini. Do you mind if I send you some money? And she was like, oh, yeah, why not? Give him bank details. And every month he sends her like 500 quid.
500 quid?
500 quid.
Is she
This woman's married. This woman's married.
Wow.
And she's like, morally, am I like having an affair? I'm not doing anything wrong, but am I doing something wrong? It's like, do I tell my husband? Like, you do not tell your husband at all.
Who's got that kind of money to be like, I
don't know,
throwing around? I mean,
just a couple hundred quid.
I know some people have like more money than sense. This guy sounds like he does. But if it's what's she paying? What's the exchange? Is there anything happening in exchange?
Just basically saying that think you're a gorgeous girl, love your holiday pictures you put on, keep them coming. It's 500 every month.
So as long as she posts the holiday photos that she was probably going to post anyway, he'll pay her £500.
Yeah, every month.
And there's no transactions. You're not sending anything in the post. Not sending in the bikinis she was wearing.
She just gave him bank details once, and that's his free will. So as far as I'm aware, you can't take somebody to court and be like, "Oh, they forced me." No, it's his choice.
Is there a certain sense? Like, I mean, you want to get into that guy's mind, right? Number one, how much they communicating? Was it one interaction online?
Yeah.
One exchange of messages in that was the bank details, and they've never spoke ever since.
Yep.
Is that legit?
That's it.
So they're not speaking
Set
like
up a standing order.
They're not regularly speaking. They're not there every month.
I just think there's too many nutters in the world.
There's something, I mean, there's a certain sense of morality that comes in where you're thinking, is it right that I'm taking £500 a month off someone for doing nothing?
It's his choice. It's got free will. I think it's a terrible choice of free will.
Yeah.
But then my brain instantly goes to, well, how do you know that man is sane? How do you know he's not? How do you know that's not his inheritance from his mum who's just, and he's grieving? I don't know. I think there's definitely an ethical morality that I don't think
is something. Are you setting yourself up for something quite sinister down the line where all of a sudden, you
owe me 20 bags.
A few years goes down the line and you've got a court case where guys, maybe
I don't think that's possible because it's his choice.
Yeah, he set up standing order. There was no contracts, no nothing like that. No,
it's his choice. But then,
is there going to become some kind of weird like stalking issue down the line where he's like, well, I've sent you £17,000.
The least you could do is
come on, like let me follow you around a little bit, like she's got kids and shit. I don't know. It's a weird. You're setting yourself up for a little bit of a sticky situation down the line, aren't you?
Yeah. What do you call them? Sugar daddies?
Yeah.
So that she'd be a sugar baby in that situation.
It's just odd, isn't it?
I mean, I'm not promoting any sugar mamas send me money, but do you know what I mean?
Here's my bank details anyway.
Link in description.
Yeah.
Mate, I can't believe how wildly random we've gone this episode.
Yeah, just thinking about things off the top of the head.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
But yeah, there was I feel like we need to get back to the OnlyFans thing. I still want to know more about like, the top earners. So, search that. How many people are actually on OnlyFans? How many users?
OnlyFans hosts creators.
Creators, yeah.
4.6 million.
So what's 0.1% of that? So 1% is 40,000.
Yeah.
So 0.1, you got to be in the top 4,000.
Crazy. What's it say here? OnlyFans users reached
of 4 million, 4.7 million. Let's call it 4,700 earn over 100 grand a month. That's not a lot at all, is it?
Yeah. OnlyFans users reached 377 million worldwide.
377 million people who are actually just consuming the content.
That's nearly India.
That is wild, isn't it?
That's crazy.
That is wild.
Yeah. And there you go. Yeah. Black China, 20 mil a month.
Jesus, 20 million. Who is Black China? What is she? Is she a porn star? I think she's a rapper.
She better be building villages in Africa.
Yeah, well,
she better be doing something.
I know. What are you doing with £20 million a month?
She better be funding hospitals.
That is
Jesus
nuts.
Christ.
I actually think she was a rapper. I'm sure that name rings a bell from somewhere. I'm hoping it's not from one of my porn sites.
Just activated a core memory. Use it. Oh, this is a good one. User demographics.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Oh no. Is it all older men?
18 to 24, 25%.
18 to 24 is 25%. Okay, I thought that'd be higher actually. I thought the younger kids would be into it.
25 to 34?
25 to 34, 25%.
35%. Biggest users.
Is it? So 25 to 30. They're the people that know about it as well, aren't they?
We fall into this next category now, mate. 35 to 44.
Oh, no. Well, that's another thing. When I did my triathlon at the weekend, there was 3 age categories.
Oh, no.
19 to 34.
Yeah.
And 35 to 44. I've just turned 35, so I was in with all the 40-year-olds.
The masters.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And then it's 44 and above.
Speaking of masters, age group 65 plus.
Oh no, not the 65ers.
Percentage 5%.
You dirty bastards.
That's a
You
lot.
dirty bastards.
That is a lot. Fair play.
Excuse me.
I mean, US 50%. That's basically
50% of users are in the US.
where the biggest percentage of users
What
come from.
What's the UK?
6%. That's the second highest.
Is it really? It's not as big over here then. I mean, I don't know as many people that are like.
Yeah, I've gone down a right rabbit hole now, mate. This is nuts. This is
The
absolutely
concept
crazy.
of OnlyFans is weird though, isn't it? But I mean, for people who are willing to do that stuff and actually willing to sell images of themselves, maybe it's a good platform to do that. Because like, what was it back in the day? You'd just become a porn star, wouldn't you, basically? Or you'd have to do that.
I feel like
I guess it's probably not a bad way of porn stars earning extra money as well. Because if you're watching their videos and you want that more exclusive content,
yeah,
hook up the OnlyFans.
maybe that's what it is. I feel like I linked this in with the Enhanced Games debrief as well, but I just don't think I like where world's going at the moment. I don't think I like where the values are, the morals. And I don't know if it's that generation. I don't know. I don't want to bash them too much, but culturally it seems a weird generation, that them who grew up on the internet.
Yeah, you're sounding
Whereas-
like your dad now, mate.
I am, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm becoming very observant now. I'm sort of seeing like the fast pacedness, the I want things now. Maybe being a bit work shy. That's the rumours. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's a little bit like, you got to be quite careful. I always like Gary Vee and his stance on this, because he always champions young people and he's always tried to be embracing of trends. I mean, he was one of the early investors in things like Uber, in Twitter, I think, as well. It's now X. I think he invested in quite a few things. And he just saw social media and this young stuff at Venmo. He was a big investor in that in the early days. And he sees these new up and coming things and he goes, that's cool. He's very in touch with what the kids like. Yeah. And he's not kind of like, he sees the nuance in that there's going to be certain things that change the value system of that younger generation. And it's like a bit of a tidal wave that you just can't get past. It's gonna hit everyone. And I think OnlyFans is one of those things, isn't it? It's just part of the younger generation. Like, you know, 50-60% of people are below the age of 34. Do you know what I mean? Like that's huge. That's it was 18 to 34. It's 60% of users. That's a tidal wave of people, and 50% of them in America. In America, that's massive. That's every other person at that age is basically on there paying for something.
I've heard this discussion point before about the generation, maybe above us, maybe like the ones who are 50 plus, 60, the ones who are maybe complaining about the generation they raised. That doesn't settle well with me. Like, I'm allowed to, because I've not raised them. I feel like I'm allowed to be like, come on, this is a bit weird now, or this is, morals are different, but they raised them. So they're like a byproduct of their actions. And in hindsight, it makes you wonder like, yeah, maybe we should have restricted this. Maybe we should have put some parameters in place for this. But
I think our parents had no idea of this tidal wave that was heading their way.
how could they know?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
all
Exactly.
new. All
I also
completely
think
new.
as well, like, there's a lot of parents who are in between, like people who are like 15, 16, 17, 18-year-olds now. So people who are in like their 40s and 50s now, they probably didn't really have any idea of what was coming either. Like, it was a bit of a tidal wave that hit. I think our generation, people born in that kind of 89 to 91, we've seen life before technology. We've experienced technology. We've had kids before this weird technological boom in children. And I think I'm actually hoping that now our kids, like Ted, Harlow, they're going to grow up in a world where we're a little bit more savvy to it all. I think we've pretty much had a bit of a backseat on the whole technological evolution. And I'm hoping that we can then coach them better so that they don't get caught up in like weird shit online and they know how to use it properly and it doesn't consume them. I mean, Harlow is not consumed by technology in any way, shape or form. And it's, you know, partly by design, partly part of what she wanted to do and what she's pushed.
I think what's interesting is the generation for like Ted and Harlow. I think they're called Generation Alpha, which is pretty sick. The oldest Generation Alpha is like 17 now. And I actually assessed a PT who is 17 last week. And he is one of the best young PTs I've ever seen. I can't drop him by name for privacy and all that. But he were amazing. He were absolutely phenomenal. He were very mature in his views, very fun-loving, very driven, I don't know, he seemed like the best of both. Very technologically advanced in terms of he was soaking that up, but he knew how to use it. It were a tool for him.
Yeah.
And he had the morals, he had the values, and I'm like, is this it? Is this the generation coming through? That my first little glimpse at this Generation Alpha, just to think, is this what you're going to be like?
It's quite exciting, isn't it? And I think you're going to get little unicorns out there that are just, you know, great all-rounders anyway. But I think the biggest thing that separates any young person from anyone in their like 25 and above, any teenager coming through can separate themselves by, I think, being confident, actually being able to interact and articulate their thoughts to people older than them. Because I think technology has ripped away from a lot of young kids that confidence to interact in bigger groups. Yeah. One of my clients, I was having another chat I was having with a person yesterday. One of my clients, Mark, he went to a boarding school. And he said he was part of a society called the Debating Society. And I thought, this is interesting. I never had that when I was in school. I was talking about the Debating Society. He goes, well, you know, it was really encouraged by teachers because you got the opportunity to talk about things you were passionate about. And you got an opportunity to discuss why you were passionate about them and why your values and beliefs in something were truer than someone else's. And what it did was it got you confident in talking not only in a group of people, but about things you were passionate about. And sometimes he said that you would have to discuss things that you weren't passionate about. So they might give you a topic that you didn't really believe in, but you had to somehow fight for the cause and convince other people that it was something that you did believe in. So it's a deep dive on something. And what that did was it gave you a more nuanced view because it was something you felt really strongly about when you started looking into the other side of it. You actually went, oh, this is interesting. I didn't realise this viewpoint and this viewpoint. And sometimes it changed your mind. And it also, got you, I think more than anything else, it got you using this rather than this as a young person. Because what do young people do when they're frustrated and they can't articulate their thoughts? They get aggressive. They want to fight, especially young men. When they can't articulate the way they want to feel, they want to fight. If you're very good at articulating the way you feel, you use your words and your wisdom to try and get your point across rather than your fists. I think that's something that I probably struggled with a little bit when I was a kid. And Mark told a great story actually. I said, tell me something that you debated. And he goes, Mark won't mind me sharing this story. He said, there was a topic around the wage difference between men and women. And this was obviously a long time ago, and it was a bigger issue then than it is now. And I think it was an all boys school he went to, and they debated with an all girls school, and so they would come together and they debate as like boys and girls about various issues. And this one was about the wage gap. And they said, look, you can debate either side, but what you have to debate is about the wage gap and something to do with that. So Mark went, oh, beautiful. I'm going to absolutely tan this. This is going to be easy. So he walks in there, he takes a stand and he goes, I'm going to debate why women should be paid as much as men. And everyone just went, oh, shit, I wasn't expecting that. They were expecting a man to come in there and tell them why men are so superior to women. And he basically swept the floor and said, I'm going to debate why women actually are so unique and so undervalued in the workplace that they should be paid as much as men. And I think after he gave his debate, the women just went, "We're not even going to kind of contend that you
concede.
you win this one."
We concede.
But I thought, why is that not pushed in schools? Why are we not all debating as young people about things we're passionate about? Why are we not debating why Liverpool's better than United? Which it is, by the way. Why are we not debating why cricket is better than football? Why are we not debating these things? As young people, get these people not arguing. There's a big difference between arguing and debating. Why are we not encouraging debates in school so that people are thinking with their brains rather than their fists, promoting young people articulating their thoughts and views in a really productive way? How good does that set you up for the workplace when you go into work and your boss tells you something and you don't agree with it? How good are you then articulating how you actually feel and what your ideas are that might challenge that? Why are we not... I think debating in school is something that we really need to encourage. It should be almost like a mandatory lesson, debating, I think.
Fully agree. Have you... you've just sparked something in my head then about why maybe men don't speak up and they don't articulate their feelings very well. Have you heard of something called alexithymia?
Alexithymia?
Alexithymia.
That's interesting, though.
So alexithymia is the inability to say how you feel. And it's really common in grown men. Young men, like boys, toddlers, it's really, they find it really easy. Okay. So just sort of go like, I'm hungry, I'm this, I'm that. And they can say like, I'm sad, I'm angry. They can verbalize it. But over time, what they suspect is that society sort of beats that skill out of you. So it's a little bit now where if I'm feeling something and I can't verbalize it, that stress will go elsewhere and it'll, manifest in a different way, maybe systemic stress. But it's a bit like you saying to me now, right, rest of podcast is done in French. But I can't speak French. You can't speak French. So you're asking someone to do something they can't do.
Je ne comprends pas.
Yeah, but they've never been shown how to. They've never been shown. And I think that's an interesting one. And I suppose my...
Alexithymia, do you know what I first thought when he said that? Like some kind of...
CD?
No, like some kind of, weird situation with Alexa where you just don't like Alexas.
Oh, I think it meant Alexa fetish.
Maybe that as well.
So there's, I suppose my parting words are, Jordan Stevens is?
No, never heard that name before.
So Jordan Stevens is the rapper from Rizzle Kicks.
Okay.
And he's doing...
Oh, I have heard. He's quite... is he left-wing kind of advocate now? Is he quite politically driven now? I've heard maybe a few things.
He's a bit more politically driven, but he's speaking to George from the Tin Men, who I've shouted out a couple of times. And I have to be really careful about this, so I encourage people to check it out himself. Do you mind if I play a little bit of this?
No, absolutely.
So this is a story about a prison, I think it's in the States, where they're basically just allowing men just to, verbally just be honest to each other and sit in a room. And if someone gets triggered, they hold them back.
Interesting. So very much like this debating thing where people are just able to speak their mind and speak their thoughts. Okay, play it. Sure.
Play this and see what you think.
The Work is an incredible documentary.
So there's a documentary called The Work. I missed that first bit, but it's called The Work.
The Work.
A high security prison. So these guys done some fucking bad shit. Ran and mentored by some elders. You're in a circle. These inmates will end up triggering each other. And one guy could be like, my best friend told everybody about this sexual experience I had when I was a kid. That's the admission. Someone else might be like, fuck you, you're a wimp. They're allowed to engage like that. But if it stands up into a violent confrontation, the entire group have to hold this guy. Right? And some of these guys are big and they scream and they shout and they're trying to fight everyone or whatever. And then eventually they just break. And once they break and cry, they're in some sense of alignment again. They've got through the defense mechanisms and the whatever and the rage, not anger, the rage. And then at the bottom of it, it's just devastation, heartbreak. And then they let go and the person just cry and lets it out. And then everyone goes, yeah, man, like this is it. And you sit and you hold them. And it's like, these are big men. I don't know what stories we're told about what makes a man rough, big, violent, scary, but they're fucking devastated.
That's interesting. So the theory is they all sit in a room, they debate a topic or a topic's brought up, people are allowed to say what they feel about that topic, and certain people, I assume, get quite triggered by this to the point where they want to act quite violently. But it makes sense that if they're not allowed to act violently and they're restrained by everyone else,
Frustration.
Frustration comes
This is
out.
my way of expressing it. I can't express it.
I can't express it. And that kind of like beats that out of them. And then they break down emotionally and they start crying. And
Yeah. And then they
every
see what it is.
For every outburst, and every time that we're triggered, by anything we read online, anytime you go in the comments section of like posts on social media and you see someone really, really like up in awe about something real or something that's been discussed, they're having a real triggered reaction to that, aren't they?
Yeah.
And there's something deep inside them that's actually probably wanting to cry about it, wanting to be emotional about it. You've got to be thinking actually about some of the comments we've had on our recent posts. We did one recently about the enhanced games. And I made quite an interesting comparison about, the enhanced games athlete Ben Proud and Cristiano Ronaldo. And I simply said, I think it's a great way of earning a lot of money in your later life.
Prolonging your career.
Performing like you did at your peak, get a lot of accolades, feeling good in your later life as a swimmer. And I compared it to Cristiano Ronaldo moving to Saudi Arabia, getting more goals, still scoring 50, 100 goals a season kind of thing.
It's comparable, but it's not like for like.
Yeah, of course. I mean, the big question mark is around the drugs. Like, obviously, Cristiano Ronaldo's not taking drugs, but, oh my God, some people on that post really got up in awe. And you realise that they probably got up in awe for a reason. Has something happened in their past around doping? Have they felt cheated out of something because they felt someone was cheating on, a competition? One of the guys that commented on it would look like a bit of a powerlifter or a strongman. Has he felt outdone by some people? Has he felt cheated by the industry? Has he stayed true when everyone else has gone down the dark path of taking steroids? You don't know. And for him to have commented quite harshly on that post, it triggered him in a certain way.
Well, it reminds me actually. So I've just started following this guy called Ian Carter. His name is. He's IC Lawn Club on Instagram, and look at his lawn. Like, it's incredible, mate.
Wow,
look at that. It's really admirable. He clearly takes care of his lawn. It's phenomenal. That's his back garden.
What's he putting in there? Sand?
Yeah, sand.
Yeah. Why put sand in?
Well, I'm going to find out.
Okay.
But a guy's commented saying, "My new build dog shit lawn looks like that without the lines. Flexing lawn is like flexing a cactus. Well done. You've grown the most growable thing on the planet." And Ian just commented back saying, "Everything all right at home, mate?"
Yeah.
What a weird thing to reply to someone who's trying to say, "Look, I find looking after my grass quite enjoyable."
I love that response.
Yeah.
You see that a lot, don't you? When people put everything okay at home, because as someone in the moment, you think your comments really, you've been triggered by it, and you really like, God, I'm going to write this, and it's going to get loads of likes, and everyone's going to agree with me. And for someone who's on a different wavelength than you and has no idea what you're actually going on about, you go, "Oh, this is I see through this comment," and that's a comment that you see through, and you go, "Why is someone getting?" It's not the fact that the person posting it is bragging about something quite mundane like growing a lawn. The issue is with the person commenting and them getting so annoyed by someone being quite, passionate about something.
Yeah. And his reply was, all sound. I've got time to spend with my family rather than trying to make my lawn look like any other lawn. Are you all right? ? And
wow.
This conversation sort of carries on. And he's like, "Well, yeah, I find time to do both. I just find it therapeutic, but all the best."
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what is wrong with people?
It's weird how, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's loads of things that I think are ridiculous online. I mean, in the coaching world, you can't scroll for more than a minute on social media on the reels without seeing some ludicrous exercise, some absolute helmet of a coach, someone promoting some crazy ideas. Now that's my job, that's my career. This is an industry that I feel really, really passionate about, and I want to promote good, honest people in this industry. But never once, and hand on heart, I've been in this industry 11 and a half years now. Not once have I ever commented on someone's post that I didn't agree with and put them down. Never. If it's a really good post, I'll comment, and that's great. But never once have I ever put something harsh. I don't want to put that negativity into the world. No. I know some people do, and some people who might go, "Well, you need to, because you need to police it. You need to kind of, stop this information getting spread." one thing that I found after 11 and a half years of being in this industry is it is very self-serving. The people that are great last, the people that aren't don't. And if you're really good at what you do and you get great results and you put out awesome information and you're well respected, you last a long time. If you don't, you won't. It's as simple as that. And the people that are putting out this crap probably won't last. And it's as simple as that. So I don't need to police it. I don't need to go out there and put negative hate comments on people's posts. I'm just going to champion the really good stuff and promote that and get that up in the ranks.
And that's some people's business model. Unfortunately, they will comment to almost draw eyeballs to their page, and they'll put really controversial stuff. And I just don't get it. No. Again, question of morality.
Yeah,
do you know what
100%.
I mean? Which is what it is. Any other bits and bobs from you, mate?
Do you know what? I actually started a little notice on my phone.
Yeah.
Called the Fit Dads. Things to talk about on the Fit Dads podcast. I'm just going to see if I had anything else that I wanted to bring to the table. Let's have a look. No, do you know what? I've not got anything in the notes. I think that's it. Yeah, no, that's it. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm ending on like a bit of a damper there.
That's right, mate. I mean, we've gone through quite a lot there. I mean, timestamps are wild, by the way.
What was that first one to start with?
First one that starts, we've gone from pedo wagon to Pink Ranger to OnlyFans.
Mega. I actually, do you know what? I think of some of my favourite episodes, these ones. So we just speak off the cuff and we just talk about anything we want to talk about.
I could always tell if it's a bit of a mad one by timestamps. And the fact that the last one is lawns, yeah.
Lawns. And do you know what I actually want to bring up today? Something that you put out on your story today, or was it yesterday, that was really important about, we've been doing this podcast for 2.5 years. 2.5 years been this podcast. Not once that I can recall have we ever promoted our own businesses.
We've not, no.
We've never gone, sign up to our stuff. Never. We've just done this because it was two coaches, two dads, wanted to put out some good information, have a bit of a chin wag, talk about stuff that's in the news. We've never actually said, and we've never ever used it, excuse me, as a way of promoting our own services. No. But I guess, we are coaches and we are PTs. We have got an unbelievable amount of knowledge and experience in this industry, and we like to think, and if you're some of our core listeners, we like to think we're pretty level-headed with some of our views. And if you ever want any coaching, any advice, anything like that, you know where we are. Me and Brad have very similar views on things in coaching, and also quite different views on things as well. Yeah. And so I think it is only right, after 2.5 years of doing the podcast, that we should probably promote our own business, mate. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
So if people want to check you out online, what's your Instagram?
Well, I've just changed mine.
Oh, have you?
I have, yeah. Well, I've changed it once.
So it was Thompson Training.
With an underscore.
Then it was Brad Thompson.
And now it's at Brad Thompson Training.
At Brad Thompson Training.
I don't know why I didn't start with that, to be honest.
At Brad Thompson Training. Cool. I'm, as always, at r5.online. And check us out. We share lots of stuff from our own personal lives. We share stuff for the family. We share updates. I think you're probably better than me at sharing like fitness stuff at the moment. Your content's probably slightly better than mine.
I try.
Mine's very much, competing and stuff like that. But check us out. We'd love to have you along for the journey. And we do have an Instagram for the Fit Dads as well, at Fit Dads Podcast.
That's the one.
I'll get there eventually. I always get it wrong, don't I? And as always, if you enjoy these episodes, if you've made it this far in this episode, give us a share, give us a follow, a subscribe, and even a review if you're feeling generous. As always, we'll see you on the next one.
See you soon.
My man.
Cheers, man.
Love that one. Well done.